This is going to be Timewalking Shattered Halls as a Brewmaster monk. Not my usual Brewmaster though. I'm actually playing Farron in her tank specialization. So this was actually the first, real dungeon I had taken Brewmaster Farron to. She's been a mistweaver for pretty much her entire life. But I have a perfectly good set of tank gear now. I know how to play Brewmaster, and Timewalking is the perfect place to dabble in it with this particular character. So Timewalking. Calendar event that lasts a week for a particular expansion where you can queue up for scaled dungeons, dungeons that will sort of scale any level of character beyond what can queue for them to the level where the heroic version of this dungeon was appropriate. So I'm scaled down to level 70. My abilities and stuff are kind of pruned back a little bit, but I still get all my... It's a little different from Party Sync that will actually limit abilities to what's available at that level. For Timewalking, you keep all your abilities. Your just stats are moved around a little bit. So I didn't really know how this would go. It turned out extremely well. That ability I'm using there is Concentrated Flame. It's a Heart of Azeroth thing. Complicated to explain, but the short version of it is it's 2 charges of a real strong, arcane blast thing that I can do. It's real neat. Anyway, yeah, so I was feeling the pace of this. Something about the equipment that I have on, I think I've probably, managed to stack up more haste than Tikkunen has at this point. So my abilities are going off more quickly, and I was just having the best time in here. I'm feeling more durable too. I know what all my buttons do. I have basically the same buttons. I have one more. I have, so I have Concentrated Flame and Rushing Jadewind. I have 2 more, I guess. Rushing Jadewind is a level 90 talent row ability that, like the Refreshing Jadewind that I had briefly, I just press the button and it causes a little bit of damage and threat to everything in my area while it's active. So not a very exciting ability, just a simple thing. Press a button, get threat and do extra damage. But yeah, look how fast this is going. I was having fun just dancing my fingers on my keyboard. Man, if you want to press buttons, max level Brewmaster is the way to press buttons. There are just so many actions I can take all at once. This is just the best. I loved it. I gotta play this character as Brewmaster more, because it turns out it's just kind of amazing. And since I felt so little health pressure, this was less exhausting than when I play a lower level Brewmaster. Still takes some effort, you know. I have so many decisions per minute of which button do I press now? Because there is a priority to be followed. Sort of a rotation. I'm making an active decision every time my finger strikes a key. But it just flowed so nicely. Ah man, this is great. This happened just today and I'm still, I don't know, still feeling good about it. Got my action bar set up the same way as my other monk, other than I did not take the Chi Burst, that's what it's called, right? Yeah, Chi Burst talent on the, what is it, level 15 row I think it is? So I put Concentrated Flame there instead, and it took a passive talent to replace it. I have the Tiger, I think it is. Tiger Palm deals something, 10% more damage or something like that. I'm opening my character screen because I'm, again, noticing just how many more buttons I can press. Oh, by the way, brew management works a lot better at max level, it seems, than while leveling. I think it must be a haste thing. I guess I have enough haste that my Iron Skin brew recharges fast enough that I have easily the bandwidth to use Purifying Brew, more than just once every very rare occasion, you know. So like the system just makes a whole lot more sense with the numbers at max level. Anyway, yeah, this feels great. If this is the future of my Brewmaster, then it's a really bright future. It is a lot of button presses, so this does seem like a thing that I would only want to play when I'm in a high energy mood and I'm ready to press a lot of buttons. But when I'm in that mood, it's just kind of the best. So we got a Restoration Druid healer. Got this Restoration Druid Brewmaster combination that I usually don't like, but again, max level scaling, Restoration Druids get real good. This one is having zero trouble keeping me up. I see some sort of shaman, looks like elemental. We definitely have a rogue, and this is Demon Hunter. Okay, not even noticing the Demon Hunter. There's a rogue! Rogue can unlock the door! There we go! That's what that looks like. Concentrated Flame is great for tagging faraway things. A lot better than Crackling Jade Lightning. I still have it if I need it, but Concentrated Flame, very satisfying button to press. I have it as Mistweaver too, and it is by far my best damage dealer. Takes a bit to recharge though. So overall, Rising Sun Kick probably does more damage, but when Concentrated Flame is up, it is a heavy hitter. What a noisy class to play. It's so loud. Oh right, so all Timewalking dungeons are based on the heroic version of the dungeon. So we're seeing some mechanics like that Death Coil Horrify thing that just don't show up on normal modes. At least I don't think that one shows up there. Maybe it does. I hit Crackling Jade Lightning by accident when I was going for Rushing Jade Winds. Whatever, it's fine. So right, other thing about Timewalking is, since any character of any level beyond what the dungeon would normally require can queue for it, I may have low-level characters here. The way things scale, this does a much better job of scaling things than event dungeon difficulty does with the level spread. Like if I'm fighting the Frostlord Ahun, I can tell a huge difference between a level 120 and a level, 20, for example. But here in Timewalking, it's pretty well balanced. A 120 will have a better toolkit, sure, and probably know how to play their class better. And maybe some stats will work better with the gearing, but it's much less of a gap between a 120 and that Breath of Fire did not reach them. Oops. And a lower level. Because yeah, Timewalking does a great job of scaling everybody to the same sort of whatever. So yeah, right, I might have lower level party members here and not know about it. I can inspect them to see what their true level is. I think I might end up doing that at some point in here. Maybe. But there's a thing I'm watching for. There are two... All this noise I'm talking over. There are two Shattered Hand Centurions, Champions, whichever it is, off to the side, that are part of a quest here. I want to see if anybody has not done the quest and needs to kill them. That's a decision that needs to be made depending on... not necessarily depending on the level of the character, but depending on whether they've been here or not before, and want to... yeah, so I can roll over them and see that somebody has the quest undone. So I make a point of going over there to actually fight them. Centurion, that's the one. Someone got their attention. I think maybe the person who had the quest threw a ranged attack on them or something to make sure we would fight them, because I saw them get activated with yellow nameplates. So they weren't targeting me first. That's probably what happened, but I was planning to pick them up anyway. I saw a name starting with a D, so it's the druid who needs to kill them, I guess. Just casually throw out a concentrated flame in that direction. Get them all on me. This was such a fun run. Oh man. Just the pace of everything. I'm seeing my purifying brew icon light up, and I can actually use it, because I have enough haste that won't make Iron Skin drop. Except I am letting Iron Skin drop. I see it's not up right now, but battle's basically over. It's fine. I think I purified twice there in that encounter, maybe. So yeah, while I have all these extremely fast-paced attack buttons going on, the whole time I'm trying to watch the duration of my Iron Skin brew and make sure it's always up. It's just this extra thing to always be thinking about as a Brewmaster. Just every 7 seconds. Well, depending on how I use it. Basically every 7 seconds I have to press Shift 2, make sure I have my Iron Skin brew up. I feel like it could just be an automatic thing, and it would work better, but it's something that has to be actively put up. One extra task to juggle. I'm trying to tag him. There we go. I did what I was trying to do. Whoa, my buff bar has 3 rows on it, and now the debuffs were pushed under the dungeon pop-up thing. Huh. Yeah, a lot of buffs going on here. Wow. Stunned, that's right, this is a place with lots of stuns. It's very annoying. When my low-level Brewmaster came through here, they were kind of a problem. I had trouble surviving in here because of the stuns. Disables all dodging and everything, but not such a problem here. I'm not getting hit with as many stuns here for some reason, and that's nice. I appreciate that. So yeah, easy brew management is just to hit the Iron Skin brew 3 times before a pull starts. So I'll get 21 seconds of it, and then not have to think about it for a while, at least. With all of these buffs on my bar, I did notice it was a little hard to just glance up there and see the duration of that specific one, and kind of dig it out of this entire array of stuff that's going on. That's the quote I like on him. So, feels like it'd be nice if there were like a larger on-screen display for Iron Skin Brew uptime. I guess that's what add-ons are for. I don't like those though. Yeah, so this is a heroic thing. This dungeon gets a timer. Not sure what it means for Kargath to kill a prisoner, but he will execute one in an hour if we somehow take that long going through here. I'm sure that timer was relevant once, long ago. Yeah, so he's immune to taunt while he decides to kill someone else. I can try taunting him, but it just says immune. I'm getting all these Burning Crusade gems that I can never use for anything. That'll be like +5 agility. Oh man. When my agility value is probably in the thousands. My hope by throwing the concentrated flame at that Houndmaster was, other than just getting him, that he'd pull in all of the assassins between him and me, and it worked! I got all the assassins. There's still like 3 skulking in this hallway yet, but I got all the ones between there and here. So I'm thinking about how to handle them, and I realize I have a tool that can probably do a good job at that. Got this Black Ox statue that we can threaten them. So I'm going to choose a place to put it. Right there. One assassin gets me, but a statue gets another one. So it kind of worked. I just should have put it a little earlier, I guess. I'm going to target the statue and taunt it. So that's what that's like. I still need to make myself a macro to just slash target the statue to get it easier because, you know, I just happen to have clear line of sight to click it, but that's not usually the case. And I can't left click the icon underneath my party frame. At least that didn't seem to target it for me. Got the other assassin. There we go. Works great. So I don't get sapped that way. So yeah, I just need a macro on my bar to target the Black Ox statue so I can taunt it easier. If I'm gonna play this character as Brewmaster more, then that's definitely a tool that I want to have available. Let's see, statue's still up. I wasn't thinking about it right at this moment, but as soon as I engage him and turn around, I realize there's assassins on it. Where did this come from? We came through that hallway, but as soon as we start fighting Kargath, I turn around and there are always assassins there. I don't know why. They can go chew on another statue for a bit before they get to us. Man, that thing does not have much cooldown on it. It's back up again. I could place another statue already. It's so quick. I decided to just fight the assassins and grunts or whatever they are. Guards that are coming in. Could have placed another statue. Didn't need to bother. They come continuously during this fight. Not too big a deal. Just gotta pick them up or handle them in some way. Sometimes people will polymorph or hunters will trap or whatever. Or you can just fight them. And they run away once he's defeated. Man, that was a great run. So much fun. Oh man. Yeah, so I gotta play this character as Brewmaster more if it's gonna be this much fun. Alright, that was cool. I'll see you next time.